Hello everyone, today we speak about speaking and writing in IELTS. Let's start with IELTS speaking. As you know, there are 3 parts in IELTS speaking. In IELTS speaking part 1, you should answer for very simple questions. And these questions include 10 questions. You should be answer for 10 questions up to 5 minutes, and these questions related to your daily life and your interests, common topics about your hobbies, families, friends, food, music, etc. Let's give sample questions for this part. For example, where are you from originally? Or how long have you been studying English? Or why do you think English is important? Or what do you do? Your work, study, or what are some of your hobbies and interests besides work, school? What are some of your short-term goals for school, work, or professional life, or family, friends, religion, hobbies, traveling, money, finance, sport, and etc. So now I'll give you some tips for this question part, and if you are asked such kind of questions, you should answer very short questions, and you shouldn't answer more, and you should answer a full sentence. You should give a reason and maybe add one extra piece of information. Then stop speaking, stop with confidence, and look at the examiner ready for the next question. Now I'll give you some sample questions. For example, do you prefer home-cooked food or food from a restaurant? And for this question, you should answer very short, and you should give example, and you should just explain the reasons why you prefer home-cooked or food from a restaurant. For example, I prefer home-cooked food because I think it is healthier and you know exactly what you are eating. I also enjoy cooking for families and friends. Or another sample for this question. Another question, let's see another question. Do you prefer to write by hand or on a computer? So you can answer like this. It depends on what I am doing. I prefer the computer for most things because it is faster. You can save or copy things. But I still like making notes or writing ideas down by hand. So this is a very good answer. Sometimes some people don't know the answer, and it seems for them very strange, and they don't know how to answer the question. In that case, if you don't know the answer for strange questions and you don't know the answer, don't be shocked by these questions. Just give a simple answer with a reason. Don't worry about using fantastic grammar or vocabulary. Some students think about using very complex grammar, and as a result they make a mistake. And I don't advise you to do so. Just try to answer without hesitating. If you don't know the answer, be honest and explain why you don't know. Guess and tell the examiner that you are guessing. So, example questions. How has technology affected the kind of music that young people listen to? This is question. You can answer like that. To be honest, I don't really know the answer to that because I am completely out of touch with that young people are listening to, and I am not a fan of pop music. Or I'll give you another sample for this question. However, I suppose that technology must have affected music. Maybe young people are listening to people that has been made using computer software instead of real musical instruments like the piano or guitar. So if you have such kind of difficulties, try to take deep breaths and just every day remind you that it's very okay. In terms of part 2 questions, examiner will give you 1 minute to prepare for this question, and you have a chance to write some notes. And after 1 minute, you should talk 1 or 2 minutes. Don't worry if the examiner stops you before the time. And you should describe, for example, let's see some questions related to the part 2 question. Describe special occasions for which you arrived late. You should say what occasion you were late for, when it happened, how you felt, and explain why you were late. So during 1 minute you should prepare for this question. You should just write a map in your mind, and you should answer with confidence and without any hesitation. As I mentioned above, just don't worry if you cannot find the right vocabulary for this topic. Okay, if it's understandable, let's talk about part 3 question. So it lasts around 4 or 5 minutes. This is the final part of speaking part, and you will be given some issues that related to the topic that you talked about in part 2. This question part is considered rather abstract nature and so more difficult and much more just complex. It is a two-way discussion, but you will still be expected to do most of the speaking. Let's see the example. How much money should parents spend on their children's clothes? Or what influence had the fashion industry had in your country? While answering these questions, you should just, first of all, you should support your idea, give examples, and you should just speak, and it lasts 4 or 5 minutes. So how to develop it? So first of all, give the reason for that, and give the consequences or outcomes, and give examples or details. You can enlarge your sentence with some example and details, and you should explain its meaning, and you should absolutely give an opinion or feelings for this question. Dear students, now we discussed it. Now I try to explain you IELTS speaking and its parts. Now let's turn to IELTS essay types, because our today's topic is speaking and writing. So there are 5 types of essay types. As you know, there are part 1 and part 2. Now we will speak today about part 2 essays. So in part 2 it says it has 5 types. So the first one is discussion essay. The second is agree, disagree essay. Third one is advantage and disadvantage essay. Next one is problem solution essay. And the last one is 2-part question essay. So let's start with discussion essay questions. This essay asks you to discuss both views and give your opinion. Let's see example. Some people think that wild animals shouldn't keep in zoos. Others believe that there are good reasons for having zoos. And discuss both views and give your opinion. This is opinion essay questions type, and of course you should give reasons for it. And by the way, I completely forgot about criteria of writing this essay. Of course, it includes introduction, body 1, body 2, and conclusion. First of all, you should write introduction, then body 1 and body 2, and at the end of your essay, you should finish it with conclusion. So now, next type of IELTS essay type is agree, disagree essay questions. IELTS agree, disagree questions, also known as an opinion essay, asks you to what extent do you agree, or do you agree or disagree, or what is your opinion. Let's see it in example. For example, medical procedures for cosmetic purposes shouldn't be allowed. So, do you agree or disagree? And of course, you should, it would be very great, in introduction part, you should write if you are agree or disagree. So, next type of IELTS essay is advantage and disadvantage essay questions. So, in this essay type, you are asked to discuss both advantage sides and disadvantage sides of this topic. Let's see its example. Today, more and more tourists are visiting places where conditions are difficult, such as Sahara Desert or Antarctic. What are the benefits and disadvantages for the tourists who visit such places? Let's see these topics. If you agree, if you consider that there are a lot of benefits for animals to live in deserts, you should write, prove, and give some examples in body 1 or body 2. And also you should write disadvantages of this topic. And of course, you shouldn't miss about tourists. So in your conclusion part, you should conclude your essay just giving your own opinion. So next essay type is problem solution essay questions. As you know, this is in this essay one problem is given you, and you should find solution for this essay type. This essay asks you what can be done about this problem, what could this situation be improved, and you should just try to solve these questions by giving relevant suggestions. Let's see it example. Even though doctors all over the world agree that fast food is bad for people's healthy, more and more people are eating it. So you should write in your introduction part by paraphrasing the topics. Why are more people eating fast food? What can be done about this problem? So some students, while they are in test, they often use one word repeatedly, again and again. And I want you advise not to repeat words. Instead, you should paraphrase the sentences with synonyms. And this is one tip. And if you want to take a very good mark from IELTS, you should use complex grammar. For example, conditionals, or all types of tenses, present tense, or future tenses, or passive, conjunctions, and etc. And you should demonstrate all your knowledge to the examiner. In this case, I believe that you will be successful both in IELTS speaking and writing. Let's continue. In terms of IELTS two-part questions, in this IELTS type you will be given not only one questions, and you should answer two or more questions. And this question is also known as direct question essay, asks you to write in a response to two or more direct questions. Let's see example for it. Millions of people every year move to English-speaking countries such as Australia, Britain, or America in order to study at school, college, or university. So this is topic. So why do so many people want to study English? This is the first question. And next question is, why is English such as an important international language? This is second questions. While writing this essay type, you should answer fully for both questions. You shouldn't miss any of these questions. That's why this essay type is called two-part question types. In conclusion, dear students, I wish you all good luck in this in your exam. So please follow my advices. First of all, just boost your self-esteem, and in speaking part, just look at directly the eyes of examiner. Don't afraid of not understanding or finding words. Don't worry about it. Just believe yourself, and I hope everything will be very good, very okay, very great. Thank you so much.